Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Vivadivine on YouTube. This is a Divine podcast, and this is episode number 3, and it is Monday, July 11th, 2016, and unless you've been living under a rock, a really heavy rock, then you are aware of the recent incidents of last week. And if you're feeling any of the effects of these events, you are not alone. You know, there's a lot of things that we could do when in the middle of this energetic upheaval, which has actually been a very long time coming in this country. There are a lot of things we can do. What I have observed, especially on social media, there is a lot of dismay, a lot of concern. There is fear. There is a feeling of powerlessness. There is indifference. There is love. And that's what I really want to talk about. For those of you who have been going through this reemergence of yourself and coming into a full awareness and a consciousness of who you are, what you are, why you're here, and what you're doing, by now, it should hopefully have dawned on you that in moments like this is why you are awake. I don't know about you guys, but I observed the events of last week, and I wasn't afraid. I was a little distraught, I have to admit. I got a little bit upset last Friday night, and I kept hearing in my mind, we are walking on ashes, and we haven't even begun to burn. Just from observing the things that have happened to people, the lives that have been lost, the reactions to these events can easily put you in a place where you're a little bit off kilter. It's natural. There's never a way to really predict when these enormous shifts are going to happen. And one this large is bound to affect anyone on any level of consciousness. It's going to have a deep effect on you. But the reason why a lot of us are waking up and a lot of us are harnessing a very strong, resonant, deep, authentic love vibe are for moments like this. First of all, we have to get back into that space of love. We have to get back into that space of peace. We have to get back into that space of, or that frequency of those energetic, powerful emotions, because people are being buffeted left and right, and these are the people that are probably now starting to awaken. One of the things that I first comprehended when this all went down, that this was a big wake-up call for the African American community. These are people whose ancestors are powerful kings and queens. They are priests and priestesses, the children of priests and priestesses, magicians, alchemists. These are the children of those powerful Africans that were taken from their country and brought here. And systematically for many, many years, that spirit has been under a form of subversion. So the escalating events that have led to where we are is part of the awakening sequence for a lot of people, and especially people in the Black community. Not only is it awakening them, it is also awakening people of all races, colors, and nationality in this country, because now people are aware of the systematic subversion of these people and their spirit. So there's a lot of shifting going on. It is also bringing out the unconscious beliefs of people who never would consider themselves as possibly being racist. So there you have a lot of fear, a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred, and a lot of indifference. That is also bubbling up to the surface. So yes, there's a lot of energy going on. There's a lot of frequency being thrown about. Best thing that you can do is to go back to that place, that powerful frequency of love. It's probably going to require a lot of you who are waking up or at some reasonable state of consciousness, where you have been existing in love, joy, and peace consistently for a really long time, this is going to also shift you deeper and further into those energies so that you can keep resonating it despite all the energy going around. So on social media, you will see a lot of people posting things. Some of it really good, some of it very supportive of everybody who's been affected by these events. But there's still this undercurrent of uncertainty. And so for those of us who have been holding these energies for a while and feeling really good with them and have been sharing this positive light and energy, you're going to have to do it more. That's it. That's it. That is going to keep you and your vibration on a very high level, and it's also going to pull people up with you. Love creates solutions. Positive mindsets still work despite all that energy that you're feeling around you and all that energy that people are putting out into the atmosphere. This is an opportunity to raise your vibration even higher and to take people with you. None of what is happening is by accident. It really isn't. It is part of this entire awakening process for this entire world. What's happening in the U.S. has happened in other countries. Other countries are feeling unrest. They have been dealing with the unrest for a really long time. And now we are going to start feeling our first push. And it is not over. 2016 was slated to be a year that was going to be very powerful energetically. You have a presidential election that is coming up on the back end of 2016. And that is only going to add more fuel to this energetic fire that is cleaning stuff up, bringing it to the surface, and pushing you even higher. So for all the love aficionados, the love workers, the soldiers of love, this is where we step in. And you got to encourage the people who you saw that were waking up, who are now dipping back into that third dimensional fear-based mindset. You want to keep helping them to push through the fourth and into fifth and to stay in the fifth dimension, which is a place of love, joy, and peace. The strongest frequencies lift the lower frequencies. Again, this is an amazing opportunity. You got a job to do. And it's so much more easier to love than to get pulled down into those energies that are creating such discordance and disharmony right now. Don't get pulled in. Push through. Love harder. Meditate, meditate, meditate on love. So, we got work to do. And as we do it, always remember, live in awareness, live in spirit, and live in love. Because that is the divine life.